I am Joshua Kemble, and this is my Vloggins. Welcome to my channel. It's exciting times. I'm heading to work, where I work as a full-time art director, and honestly, today I was thinking about just how lucky I am that I work a really fun job. But aside from that, I'm also trying to get moving on art. So last night I did get over the little hump, the creative hurdle that I was feeling. I was just feeling stagnant and like dragging, and now I'm starting to feel a little better. I am kind of curious about booking conventions, and that's something I need to look more into. I definitely am interested in doing the Long Beach Comic-Con, but like the form for the exhibitors on it says like 2020 Comic-Con, and the problem is we're in 2021. So I emailed the organizer. I haven't heard anything back. So I'm curious whether I should fill out the form or not, how that's going to work. I do have like a seller's permit and stuff like that, so I should be good to go in theory. But it's just it's a very strange scenario where I think I might just have to bite the bullet and fill out the form and give them my financial info, and hopefully it's okay. I don't know. It's a strange thing, but I wish the organizer was easier to get a hold of, just to answer that simple question, like, hey, is it 2020? Like, if I fill out all my financial info, am I paying for a booth last year or for this booth? So anyhow, so there's that. But I do think I'll apply for like an artist alley table there. I think that might be the perfect kind of first convention to do. So we'll see how that goes. But that's one thing. What else? Yeah. So I'm basically heading to work. I am pretty excited. I didn't quite get a page finished last night of roughs, but I did work out comps. Like for most of the page, I just need to. These are like rough thumbnails that I do when I'm doing the live stream. I just need to finish that up tonight, and hopefully have the energy to kind of do that. But I did end up doing my workout in that page, which I'm excited about because I was feeling very stagnant and like not into it yesterday. I don't know what that was. I think that was like some massive amounts of resistance. Another thing I'd like to do today is maybe reach out to my literary agent and start shopping around Jacob's apartment, because I think that would be a good idea. And I am thinking about just potentially giving that to Marcosia, like obviously like maybe making a similar deal to what I have for 2 stories, seeing if it's something they'd be interested in putting out. It's a book I made before 2 stories, and I don't think it's as strong of a book as 2 stories, but it is a good book, and I did spend quite a few years making it, and it's just kind of sitting on the back burner. So in theory, I would like to do that and also work out a cover for it, because I never actually quite designed the cover for that comic. It's funny that, I don't know, it's just funny that there's different methods of making comics and stuff like that, but for some reason with that book, I just never quite got around to making a cover. I think it's because by the time I finished the interiors, like the deal I had initially sort of fell apart with my publisher at the time. So that's on my brain of something I gotta do, and I do think it's a good idea to maybe get that process going a little bit. Maybe I need to fill out, like, make a pitch packet or something, which will be interesting to figure out, but but I definitely think, hey, you know, that's not a bad idea to start getting that around and seeing what all I can get going with that book. Because ideally, I mean, it'd be fun to like put that book out in between books, and it might be the time to shop it. So that's going on. I am kind of curious about conventions locally, and trying to get that going. This weekend I wanted to continue the comic shopping thing, but it's my wife's birthday, and so I really do need to make this weekend kind of about her, hopefully. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll have time to kind of get to a comic book shop because of that, because I'll probably be doing stuff with the family. Aside from that, just heading to work and trying to think of other things that I would like to do. I'm really excited though. I literally have like a page and a half left of roughs to complete before I can start working on the ideas for the next book. So that also means like comping out the cover, and probably like, yeah, the way I'm envisioning the cover is it's going to be a similar design to Two Stories Book 1. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know who that is. Let's find out. Hold on. Okay, so that call was nothing important, but what's funny is I have to occasionally check calls because I've been doing all these stops at different comic book shops and stuff, and usually with like a random call where I don't recognize the person, I'm not going to be answering my phone. But in this case, I don't know if this is like a store owner or somebody from one of the comic shops that I've stopped at, so it doesn't hurt to kind of keep that in mind. That's actually a really good tip too for anybody who's like seeking work or seeking illustration work. Occasionally you're going to have to take cold calls from people because, yeah, I mean, like a client's first time calling you is a client's first time calling you. And if you're like screening all your calls and just rejecting anybody you don't know, you potentially are missing, you know, contact from a potential client. So, yeah, so that being said, I think, what was it? So I think that's, anyhow, just rambly stuff. Anyhow, I was about to wrap anyway, on my kind of like morning commute vloggins. But I will say, like, I have a lot of plans kind of bouncing around in my head that I need to organize better, and I definitely want to get to cons. So cons and Jacob's apartment, maybe starting to shop that a little bit and see if that's something my literary agent wants to send around. If not, it wouldn't hurt to kind of, I don't know, it's something I should consider. So that being said, I will talk to you guys in a bit. So if you guys haven't yet, hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit that like. You know, when you hit the bell, you can basically turn on notifications so you are informed when we're about to go live, and that'll basically do it. I mean, that's pretty much as best as I can throw out there. But I will say, I really appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the comics community that we have building online, and I appreciate all the encouragement throughout the process of putting out this book, Two Stories. And if you haven't yet, I've mentioned this before, it's on sale. Like, Two Stories Book 1, it'll cost you a little more than a cup of coffee for the book, and I don't know how long that's going to last, because I frankly don't understand how they're even affording to do the sale for that cheap of a price. So yeah, when you get this, just keep that in mind. And yeah, that'll do it. I will talk to you guys later. and I hope you're having a wonderful day. And there is a crazy accident coming up, like a pretty insane one. So I gotta get going, and maybe let my work know that there's a crazy accident on the freeway. All right, guys, that'll do it, and I will talk to you later. But man, that's a pretty, yeah, that one did not look good. Whew. All right. Okay. Bye.